The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, back on the Domino's post-game report, Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram. Ashley, got to see my cardiologist again. Jeez Louise. I don't think anybody can question the guile, the grit, the fortitude, the heart of this team. 2 touchdowns in the final 95 seconds. You literally never led until triple zeros were on the clock. What do you have to say about a gritty, gutsy performance when things weren't always going your way on the road? You found a way somehow to stay unbeaten.
I'm kind of at a loss for words. These guys, they just they keep battling, and it kind of the whole theme of our kind of program right now is if we could be the closest team in the country, if we could be like the mentally toughest team in the country, and we just keep finding a way. And the reason they do it is because they're tough, they're resilient, and they just really care about each other. And Mars Hill played great today. That's quarterback's a special player. They had a good defensive plan. But our guys just kind of hung in there, and they just hung in there. And then when we had to have it, we scored a touchdown. Then we had to have it. Sauber gets their onside kick and gave us a chance at the end. And it took all of our timeouts saved again, and it took us to the very last second to have a chance to score and win the game.
I don't know that I like that it took this elite level of game management to get the job done, but you literally every trick came out of the bag to get it done. You convert on 2 fourth downs on the final drive, including the game-winning touchdown on 4th and 1, set up by having enough timeouts for exactly how many plays were going to be left in the game. For a game where you trailed by 17 in the first half, you trailed by 13 in the fourth quarter, largest fourth quarter comeback in school history. Was there a moment where you thought, hey, you've got a chance?
The whole time in the first half, obviously we weren't playing well, but went down and scored, and then we scored the next drive. I actually had a shot at the very end in the first half. So, I thought we were back in it. Then we come out and we don't play well in the third quarter offensively, and the defense just kind of hung in there. And every time they kicked a field goal and they didn't score a touchdown, I thought, maybe at least we got a fighting chance here. And, to keep it within 2 scores, if you scored a touchdown there, it gets really hard. I thought we had a shot really the whole time through. Now, it wasn't looking good, and they had a lot to do with that. Coach Clifton had his team really ready to play. They had a great plan defensively, the quarterback special. John Gillette, the running back who was at Navy Prep. I know John, gave him a big hug before the game. I mean, what a dynamic little player he is. It's just a really good football team, and we just found a way to win the game.
What were the differences between the even and the odd quarters? First and third, I didn't look at the Cume breakdowns, but you had 6 yards of offense in the first and then 140 yards and all your points in the second. I would presume the third and fourth quarters are similar deals. What was the difference? Why were you successful versus pretty much a bunch of 3-and-outs?
Right. The one thing is they lined up in a defense that we were not really ready for. And we're kind of at this infancy of our development on offense, and for us to transition, so it took us a second. So there's your first quarter. And then we come out in the third quarter, and they made some adjustments. So they made some changes to what they were doing. And we were probably trying to scheme them a little too much, and then they adjusted. So it took us a little while to get going again. So, I just got to give our team, obviously a big congrats and proud of them. But, man, Mars Hill's got a good football team.
Battle-tested. They've played 3 out of their 4 games against ranked opponents after this one and have had leads in the second half of all 3 of them. That probably should tell you the quality of that opponent. You look at the moments where you did find footing offensively. It felt like it was just grind it out, take what was given, and get a decent push. Is that a fair assessment?
That's spot on. Yeah. We had to fight for every inch today. Like I said, we kind of got it going there in the second quarter. Even in the fourth quarter here, it was a battle for every inch. And again, give those guys credit. And but somehow we found a way again.
How frustrating was it in the moment? You do what you can at down 17 to make it a 3-point game at the half. Be in position to get the football back to start the second half and have a chance to grab the lead then, but couldn't find offensive purchase.
I don't know if frustrating. You know, you got to give them credit. And I know who we are, and I know where we are in our development. So anything that happens out here really doesn't surprise me, other than us finding a way to win at the end. You know, I mean, so I wasn't frustrated. We're still learning. We're still fighting and scrapping, and just what a resilient group. I mean, I can't say enough about our players and coaches. Defensively, they just hung in there. We had injury after injury after injury. We lost Major, our best player, to targeting, and we just found a way. And I look back there, and we've got a transfer in and a freshman playing safety, and we just found a way.
You allude to that. You lost Kendall Williams to an injury at one point. Isaiah Kane, substantial snaps at cornerback. Jackson Ward has started games in the past, but substantial snaps at cornerback. Jet was down. Jerome Blakely, Mekhi Shaw, a lot of snaps at safety for them. Jaden Floyd played a good bit. Yep. How did those guys account for themselves? You've alluded to J.R. Martin, as dynamic a quarterback as there is in this conference.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the proof's in the pudding. Those guys did awesome, and you just got to give them a lot of credit. You got to give Coach Slade and you got to give the defensive staff a lot of credit. They kept us in the game. That quarterback, I think he's special. He's a really, really good football player. We had a lot of sleepless nights this past week trying to get ready for him, and he did not disappoint.
Turn your attention back to the friendly confines of Berktar Stadium in UVA Wise. How do you enjoy this one for about 24 hours or so, then get ready for the Highland Cavaliers?
Well, obviously we're going to enjoy it, and I told our guys we'll never take for granted winning here. I'm a little exhausted right now, but the focus will be, we just got to get better. We just got to keep getting better. We had a good week of practice. We got a little curveball thrown for us offensively, but we just found a way. And I just told the guys, on this field 2 years ago, we were down at one point 44 to nothing. Mm-hmm. And the first quarter goes the way it goes, and we're down 17 to nothing, and that thing can snowball on you. But their resilience, their toughness, the resilience of our coaches, just kind of showed up, and we just didn't allow it to happen.
Ashley, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
That's Carson-Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram. We're back with more after these messages. This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.